pieces of information that we have for this class. Handwritten notes, the handout notes, and maybe like formula sheets, okay? Sort of like quick reference things. That's 3 types of information. You need to have 3 sections, okay? And now inside those sections, if your stuff needs to be quickly accessible, I would recommend the most recent stuff on top, since that's what you're going to be referencing. But you may put the most recent stuff in the back. I don't really care, okay? But we're looking at it so that I can basically say, all right, open your binder. All right, there it is. Where's your quick reference charts, or where's your formula sheets? Then you're like, oh, there it is right there. It's in this section. Boom, boom, boom. Where are your notes? Oh, they're right here. I have notes from yesterday, notes from 2 days ago, notes from last week. Okay, yep, looks like they're all here. And I say, where are your handouts? The things, you know, the ones that I gave you the Alex problems. You're like, oh, they're here. They're all 3 holes, and they're in this section, and they're organized like that. And I'll say, great. That's what I'm looking for. Any questions? Okay. So it's an optional thing. If you don't want those free points, then it won't hurt you. I'm not going to put a 0 in for your grade book. Okay? I'll just leave it blank. All right. Just bear with me while we deal with the heat. I think we'll be all right though. And let's look at last week's circle trig 2. I think we did some of these problems, but I don't know if we did all of them. What was the last problem that we worked together there?
2.
We did number 2? So I think we're definitely going to want to have our formula chart out, or that is our unit circle. Ooh, and we've got a treat for you. Mr. Greensword, have you made a copy of the unit circle?
Oh, no.
Let's make a copy of that for us. 3 whole points. So while he's getting that special surprise for y'all, let's go ahead and you can play your unit circle that we did yesterday, that we did in class. All right, let's see here. Question 3. Find the point on the terminal circle. Find the terminal point on the unit circle determined by 3 pi over 4 radians. Okay. So somebody tell me, where is 3 pi over 4 radians? Which quadrant or which axis? Where is 3 pi? Second quadrant, kind of like right there. So all they're looking for is, what is the terminal point on the unit circle? In other words, the unit circle, which is one radius, what's the coordinate right there? Someone other than Grace.
Root 2 over 2, negative root 2 over 2.
Negative root 2 over 2 over 2.
Okay, negative in the x position, positive in the y. Okay, that seems the right answer. Okay, so negative root, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
That's what you meant. All right, there you go. That's the answer number 3. If you remember, we created that unit circle. We found all those values ourselves. So because of that, I feel totally okay with you just literally referencing that circle that we built together. Let's go to number 4. Find the exact value of cosine 4 pi over 3. Now, for those of you quickly trying to type that into your calculator, have fun with that. That's not going to be exact. Somebody tell me, where is 4 pi over 3 on the unit circle? Which quadrant? Third quadrant? So we're talking down here. All right. Dalton, since you apparently found this, what's the coordinates there?
It should be negative 2 over 2, negative root 2 over 2, negative root 2.
For 4 pi over 3?
Negative value.
That doesn't seem right. That's gonna be somebody else. Ladies, I hear you on the back. Negative what? Negative 1/2. Are we all in agreement?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the coordinates. But what is the cosine? Negative 1 over 2. How'd you know that so fast? Yeah, it's the x value over the r value, and the r value is 1. The radius there is 1, so it's just going to be negative 1/2 over 1. So negative 1/2. That's the cosine. Let's look at number 5. It says sine of 3 pi over 4. Now that one we actually we went right there. It's the negative root 2 over 2 and root 2 over 2. With the sine, in terms of x, y's, and r's, what did we say that was? The sine was y over r. That's the y over r value. Well, the y value is right there, root 2 over 2. And the r value is 1. So basically, it's just going to be root 2 over 2. It's the y value. Which, if you remember last week, we said, if you're looking for the sine of an angle, go to the unit circle, find that angle of rotation, then look at the y value. Sine is going to be the y value, the cosine is going to be the x value. Now that's the shortcut. Technically, the sine is the y over the r, and the cosine is the x over the r, and the tangent is the y over the x. But in this case, because the r value is 1, then it just, sine is the y, cosine is the x, and so on and so forth. Number 6, cosine 11 pi over 6. Let's see here. Preston, which quadrant is 11 pi over 6 in?
Should be fourth or, yeah. No, third. No, fourth.
I just want you to look at your unit circle. I'm not looking for a guess. Natalie, you know? 11 pi over 6, which quadrant are we in? Fourth? Do you know what the terminal point is on that? Positive or negative on the 1/2? Negative? I agree. And cosine is, what are we looking for? The x values or the y values, Natalie? So what are you thinking? Over 2? Y'all talking so fast when my ears are soft. They're talking so slow. Or fast or slow. Softly. Speak up next time, Natalie. You're right. Is that it? Did you all have the back page? Okay, so let's answer maybe one or two others on the back. Tangent 7 pi over 4. Oh, by the way, that's our free gift to you. You might want to hold that onto that chart there. That's the trig chart. And you can see there's the nice, beautiful unit circle right there. It's all typed up. There's only one problem I have with that unit circle, and that is it doesn't have all those nice tangent values that we calculated by hand. Y'all remember that last week? Okay, so if you want to, you can write on there, you can copy all those beautiful tangent values on there, and then I will allow you, on your knowledge check, remember I say you're allowed one sheet of paper front and back? I will allow this to be that one sheet of paper. You can put whatever you want on the back. But you don't get this plus something else. You just get, I'll let this be one of those sheets of paper. Or you can copy whatever you need from here onto another sheet of paper. That other sheet of paper can be your uncheat sheet. Okay, so let's talk tangent, 7 pi over 4. Does anybody just have that one written down because we figured it out? It's the square root of 3? That's all we have to do? It's just look at our, okay, that sounds pretty good. Cosecant, ooh, okay, so here's something. We need to revisit, because cosecant isn't necessarily written on there. Cosecant in terms of, that's the reciprocal of one of the reciprocal identities. Cosecant is 1 over what? You remember? 1 over sine and 1 over cosine. 1 over sine. So it's 1 over sine of 7 pi over 4. If you're not sure, that's also right there on your trig chart. Reciprocal identities. Oh, look at that trig chart. Hey, you've also got, look over there on the left. Do y'all see the circle function definitions? Sine is y over r, cosine is x over r. That's pretty nice. It also has the the trig functions in terms of opposites, adjacents, the right triangle trig. So we've got all kinds of good stuff there. This is worth its weight in gold. No, maybe not quite. Alright, so if we have on our unit circle 7 pi over 4, and we're looking, and we want to know the sign of 7 pi over 4, what are we looking at, folks? The x or the y value? Looking for the y value. Do you have it? Negative root 2 over 2. Unfortunately, that's probably not going to be acceptable to Alex because we've got fractions of fractions and we've got square roots in this one. So let's go ahead and do a quick little rewrite here. Do a little bit of fraction math. I'm going to write the numerator 1, and then instead of saying divided by the denominator, I'm going to say times the reciprocal of the denominator. So times negative 2 over root 2. So numerator times the reciprocal of the denominator. So that looks like that's going to be negative 2 over root 2. Still don't like that root in square root of the denominator, so I'll multiply this by root 2 over root 2. And that's going to be negative 2 root 2 over square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is 2. But then those 2's cancel, and I just have negative the square root of 2. Sound pretty good? All right. Y'all want to do these as a group or as a table? Number 8. Let's try them as a table here. Try number 8 and number 9 as a table. Cotangent 7 pi over 4. Oh, that's just too easy. Hold on. Skip 8 because it's just going to be the reciprocal of that. Let's go number 9. There you go. Number 9 is no problem. Secant of 2 pi over 3 and tangent 2 pi over 3. Go ahead and do those. When you have an agreement as a table, then I will come by and check your work. Hold on, class. Somebody told me wrong answer on number 7. 7 pi over 4. So pause what you're doing. The answer is not square root of 3. Dominic, find 7 pi over 4 on this thing right here. Okay. So 7 pi over, okay, so tangent, according to your circle trig definitions, is what over what? Y over x. Dominic, what's the y value on 7 pi over 4? Negative root 2 over 2. So, negative root 2 over root 2 over root 2. What do you think that's going to be? Negative 1. Sorry, I think. Did we conclude that it was negative root 3, or was that just, did we have something misaligned? Did we have that on ours? But on our notes, did we have the square root of 3 for 7 pi over 4? Okay. I don't know if we did the 45-degree reference angles all the way around. Okay. We're safe. Okay, well, all right, then. This is the right answer. The correct answer is -1. Okay. So just let you know. That I was looking at my answer, so that was wrong. What did we say was -√2 on number 7B? That is correct. Okay, so the table you're working on, number 9. When you come to agreement, wave at me. If I'm busy or distracted, then talk to somebody else, then you can go and do number 8. So number 9 is the one you want to work on right now. So, same thing. That's not correct. You were correct. Okay, what's all this now?
No, this is for bio.
Cool. Are you guys, you guys agree with